Hello and welcome to the chaos. I am going to be making a German recipe for a plum strudel, and I thought I would bring you along kind of in the same way that I did when I was making the plum jam. So I'm not a food blogger, which means I'm not setting up a camera and filming everything and having in-action shots happening. I'll just do little clips to show you the different stages. So I have the plums are cut up. I might need more than this. I was having a little trouble with my scale and then it turned itself off and I couldn't get it back on. So this is 1 pound and 5 point something ounces of plums. But we'll see once I'm layering them in the dish. If I need more, I have more. I have 2 eggs sitting out, just all haphazard getting to room temperature. My vanilla is sitting out just because I haven't put it in yet. When I was measuring, so this bowl is going to be the cake batter, and when I was measuring out the cake batter, the flour and the sugar for the crumble top, I also measured out just because that way I could put the sugar and the flour away once I was done measuring it out for both. That 1/2 cup block of butter beside the bowl goes with the crumble. I need it at room temperature. I hate waiting for things to get to room temperature, so I did pull it out. But then for the batter, I also need its butter at room temperature, and the impatience was real. So I microwaved it for 20 seconds, and then it came out. It's gotten way more melty since it came out. I left it in the dish to kind of do its thing while I was cutting up the plums. So now the plums are cut up. I'm gonna start adding the vanilla, the butter. I'm missing an ingredient. Oh, the egg, duh, to this, and then double check the recipe, which I can't do while I'm talking to you because the recipe is on my phone. See if that's everything the batter needs to be at, and yeah, I'll bring you back and show you different stages of it so you can see how it's going along. And yeah, I don't have an oven. I think you probably already know that if you watched the plum situation, the plum jam. So I'll be putting this all together down in my kitchen and then taking it over to a friend's to pop into their oven, because that is the only way that I can bake things. Here is a look at the batter inside of my 9-inch springform pan. The pan has been coated with, what is it, like an extra virgin olive oil spray. It is a very thick batter, thicker than what I'm kind of used to for a cake, so I was a little bit worried that I did something wrong, but I went back over the recipe. I'm pretty sure I did it right. So it just is a thicker batter. I took a look also at a picture in the recipe of the batter in a pan just like this, and it does look like it matches. And then here's my crumble topping. It is flour and sugar and cinnamon and butter. I lost a little bit of it to the floor when I was mixing, but hopefully not enough that it'll matter. And here are the plums. So now I'm gonna layer the plums going in a circular pattern, overlapping each other onto the batter, and then the crumble goes on top. So I'll show you what that looks like as I go along. Okay, here are the plum slices on top of the batter. It's my first time doing a design like this where they all go out in a circle, so I know it's not perfect. The middle is kind of off center, but it's also not so bad, right? Now I'm going to cover this beautifulness with the crumble. I kind of feel like I should have made more crumble. I'm always a higher crumble to fruit ratio human when I do like any other type of a crumble, but I always follow the recipe properly the first time I make a new recipe just because I trust that the recipe knows best. I can admit it, I was wrong. The amount of crumble to rest of the dish seems to be a pretty good one. So here it all is. I texted my friend upstairs asking them to preheat the oven for me, so it's been turned on for only like a minute or so, but that's fine because I'm not dressed cute when I bake, so I'm gonna go and put on something appropriate for other humans to look at, and then take this upstairs, pop it in the oven, and come down and deal with all the dishes. Oh, and I'm also taking up with me the jam that I made in the hopes that one of them will be willing to taste test it for me.